On the surface, the woman appears to be sweeping the ground, but in reality, she is stealing apples from the tree. And while the priest appears to be going to church to pray, he is actually sneaking drinks at the church. After finishing his drinks, the priest comes to the prison cell. On the surface, it looks like he is praying for the prisoner, but in reality, he is spitting at the prisoner. As he leaves, he even makes a God bless you gesture. And while the prisoner appears to be asleep on the surface, he is actually digging a tunnel preparing to escape from prison. And Paul, who is across from him, sees the prisoner's actions, but he doesn't tell anyone. His only hobby is pulling out the wooden box from under his bed every day and caressing his gold coins. And the golden light emanating from the gold coins illuminates the entire room. This happens to be seen by Mark across the way, who immediately gets suspicious ideas. He turns around and sits in his chair, waiting for his wife to bring him lunch. Afterwards, his wife leaves carrying a basket. On the surface, the wife is going to gather firewood, but in reality, she is having an affair with Jack. This scene happens to be seen by the old man upstairs. And while his wife is away, Mark carries a ladder and climbs into Paul's house. He steals Paul's gold coins and throws him out the window. And Jack, who is passing by, sees the body and prepares to climb upstairs to see who did it. But he is spotted by the old man upstairs, who mistakenly believes that he killed Paul and hurriedly begins shouting loudly. After everyone hears the noise, they angrily surround Jack, and for a moment Jack cannot defend himself. At this time, Mark is still collecting the gold coins. He puts the gold coins into his own pocket and then escapes through the window on the other side. And Jack is captured by the villagers and locked up together with the prisoner. And the prisoner's escape plan is discovered by everyone, so he deeply resents Jack. At Paul's funeral, the villagers cry very sadly, but the real murderer pretends to be a good person. He personally digs a pit for Paul and buries him. However, the villagers feel this isn't enough to vent their anger, so they also cut down all of Paul's trees and make one of them into a gallows. And the villagers take the opportunity to divide up all the apples among themselves, holding red wine to celebrate Paul's death. And when no one is paying attention, Mark's wife secretly gives Jack a shovel, and Jack takes the shovel and keeps digging, finally digging through the tunnel and escaping. But at this moment, the prisoner starts shouting loudly, telling the villagers about Jack digging a hole to escape. The villagers take their clubs and search for Jack. Jack can only climb onto the rooftop. This is how he evades the villagers' roundup. When night comes, Mark happily counts his gold coins. At this time, he hears movement on the roof, so he climbs up through the window, and his wife also sees this scene and follows her husband climbing up. At this moment, Mark discovers Jack on the rooftop and snatches away his glasses in one swift motion, preparing to kill Jack. Unexpectedly, he is stopped by his wife, who is rushed over. He throws his wife out with one motion and then prepares to deal with Jack. At this time, Jack seizes the opportunity to fight back, knocking Mark down with one punch. Mark is still clutching Jack's glasses in his hand, and his wife hurriedly pulls Jack away as they flee the village.